So I want to welcome everyone. We stop each month and recognize and celebrate all sorts of things that are going on in the agency, and today is no different. We have a lot of folks doing a lot of really good things. So we're gonna celebrate and recognize many of those this morning, and we're going to start with our Officer of the Month, and I want to introduce you to Miss Maria Crutchfield. Will you step over here, please? It says in October, Officer Maria Crutchfield escorted an offender out of the facility via ambulance to Metro General Hospital for medical emergency. While the ambulance was stopped at a red light, the offender released the gurney straps and kicked the back door open. Officer Crutchfield acted immediately by securing the back of the offender's jumpsuit and began to attempt to secure him. Quickly, the ambulance driver circled the truck to the back door and was able to assist in securing the doors. Once the doors were secure, Officer Crutchfield was able to gain sufficient control of the offender until the ambulance arrived at its destination, and an added officer presence was able to assist. Officer Crutchfield's quick actions worked not only to maintain custody of the offender, but also in preserving the faith and safety of the public. Her composure during this unusual and noteworthy incident deserves special recognition such as Officer of the Month. No doubt about that. There we go. All right, now he's kind of bossy, but he'll tell us where to go. Watch him. See? All right, we'll give you that. Hang on one second. We'll give you your, so this is 8 hours of leave off. So you get that. And here's a ribbon for your uniform. Here's some goodies in a tumbler, and there you go. Congratulations to you. Thank you very much. Miss Crutchfield is one of those unicorns that grew up in Nashville, by the way. So there's not but a few of us. And she said she went to Stratford. We said she went with Pete Lutz for a while. That doesn't count. He never finished. She went on to Pearl, and then said she beat up on East High School all the time when she was growing up. But that's what she said. I mean, we did. We didn't know it. She go to high school, Shirley Bean? Well, okay, well, you're in good company. We got. Hey, Miss Bean, why didn't you say you went with her? All right. Let me have Warrant Officers Johnson and Lugg up here, please. So we're going to present exceptional service ribbons to both of these warrant officers. It says in November, warrant officers Trey Johnson and Andrew Lugg were exiting a business in Madison when Lugg heard an MNPD officer on the radio asking for assistance in a muffled tone. At that time, Officer Lugg observed two MNPD officers fighting with a male subject in the grass area of a nearby parking lot. Officers Johnson and Lugg responded. The subject was actively resisting and was on top of the female officer while fighting the male officer. The female officer was struggling to get the subject off of her. Lugg attempted to gain control of the suspect's right leg. At this point, the suspect attempted to get the female officer's gun. The female officer then yelled, "He's got my gun." Johnson and Lugg were still fighting with the suspect when the female MNPD officer stated, "My gun went off on my leg." Johnson then pulled the female officer away and immediately checked her for injuries and located the gunshot wound. Lugg gave commands to the suspect, who was still resisting. Lugg and the male officer were then able to restrain the suspect while Johnson provided first aid to the female officer. Thanks to warrant officers Johnson and Lugg, attention to detail and quick response and training, an NMPD officer's life was saved and suspect with active warrants was taken off the streets. What do you say about that? We're going to present our exceptional service ribbon to both of you. Officer Lugg, congratulations, job well done. Thank you. Officer Johnson, job well done. Thank you. Appreciate you both. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we have an unusual certification. I'm going to have some friends, if you don't mind, from the police department, Mr. Slagle and Instructor Brandon O'Ginn. Would you come down, please? Here we go. There we go. And present our service. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. Thank you, guys. If you don't mind to just explain what you got.
What you do. I'm Officer Witt. I've been with Metro 14 years, 8 years with the motor unit. I've been here 16 and 10 years with the motor unit. We both had the opportunity to go to instructor school about a year ago this week. So we put on our first motorcycle class a few months ago. Collins and Lane were attendees. And to be honest, made our job absolutely easy. The amount of preparedness and their attitude, they took instruction well. They were just a joy to be around and made it to where we could focus our attention on other folks that were struggling. They were outstanding. So that being,
yep, there we go.
That being said,
He's bossy, I'm telling you. There we go. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Let me give you one of the, there you go.
Sure.
There we go.
Thank you for letting me attend.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to continuing this.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Let me give one too. I'll give you one more coin. Thank you very much. Appreciate your work. Thank you. I always tell the story. Is Turk's in here? Well, he always comes when there's food in here. Where's he at? Okay. I won't ever forget, it's about 12, 13, 14 years ago. We're out here at a Christmas parade, and we're about to take off, on a float or something. I don't know what it was, and we're all kind of gathered up. And I looked over here to my left, and there is Turk's on this big horse. And we all decorated, and looking good. And I don't know if it was our horse or not, but he was riding a horse. And then a few years later, some other ideas came about, and I think it was Mike Raines and Justin Norris, an idea of taking some motorcycles and kind of putting together a unit ourselves for various projects, whether it's internal and warrants or even special events. And really, to their credit, they've done a lot of work both on getting the equipment ready, but then getting our staff. And we'll give Justin Norris a lot of credit for doing that. Give it up for Justin. Appreciate all your work. And thank you too, for lieutenants, both of you, for taking the time to add that to our resume of things we can do, and who knows where we're going from here with all the different projects and the way Nashville's growing. So it's a little faster than his horse too, by the way. So we're doing pretty well. Let me bring up Lieutenant Nicholas Pollock. Can we get up here? Yeah, every month we're having some folks who are doing their own professional development, and today is no different. We want to recognize Lieutenant Pollock for his AJA certified, let me get this right, certified jail supervisor through AJA. So congratulations to you. Job well done.
Thank you.
There we go.
Appreciate it.
There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Oh, is this yes too? Sorry about that. Uh-oh. I'm not good at all this yet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. And can I get Corporal Patrick McKinney to step up here with us? Again, for your, this is for ACA, certified jail. It's pretty fancy, isn't it? That's pretty nice. Look pretty good. We're going to get our picture made with this one open. We'll do that. There we go. Congratulations. There we go. Certified jail officer. There we go. And how about Corporal Jorge Morales and Corporal Joshua Raymond? This is Mr. Raymond. There we go. And Ms. Morales. Thank you guys. Congratulations both. Job well done. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can. Here he goes. There we go. Congratulations, Josh. Yeah. I was flipping channels last night, and I was thinking about all y'all. It was called the People's Choice Awards. Well, y'all just won them all. We just gave all the awards out. So all sorts of things going on in the sheriff's office, and I would ask that you stop and find the situations here where people are doing their job in an exceptional way and taking time to recognize them. And Ms. Crutchfield's event in the back of an ambulance, or Mr. Lugg and Johnson out here helping Metro Police, or Metro Police helping us get our people better trained, or these individuals who are going through their own professional development, putting themselves through another level of learning. So just take the time to stop and find those individuals, recognize those, and surely let us know. We want to make sure to continue to build the best program with our best people. So a lot going on this time of year, and I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, I went to lunch with a friend of mine, and he brought and introduced me to someone that I didn't know. He was a preacher here in town, a pastor, and that man who was running, for many years, had been running the Last Minute Toy Store. And at the time, we had committed to kind of getting out of the Sober Ride program that we'd done for many years. And so, ironically, I was going to the lunch to try to figure out what we could do, had no idea what Last Minute Toy Store's needs were, but they were wanting to meet with us to see if we could find a partnership. And so, back 7, 8 years ago, we said, let's get married. And what does that mean? Let's make this thing work. Let's commit to making it work no matter what it takes. And they needed space and help, staff. And we were looking to put our hands around something, a nonprofit or something to give back in the community. And Chief Ford and others for years have been actively involved with Toys for Tots, and I think that's great. We bring in all kinds of toys, but to be honest with you, once a year all the trucks would show up and haul the toys away. And it'd be a huge room full of toys, and I think it was great. But we really never got to see the whole act of those toys ending up in the right hands. And I always felt in some ways that you who were actively involved were cheated out of getting to experience that. And so we got married to Last Minute Toy Store, and obviously Mike's shop out there is the center hub of that, especially as we get closer to the holidays. But it's a year-round effort, from raising money to collecting toys to preparing, and then obviously we're building up to next week when the shopping starts, where the families get to come in and obviously be able to collect or select toys for their kids. The beauty of it for me, what I think the beauty of the program is, it's called Last Minute Toy Store for a reason. These families are not to be helped by other groups. They've fallen through the cracks. They didn't qualify for certain things on time, and so you're trying to put your hands around people who would not have a holiday season. So, and to me, what's really neat is to get to watch the family receive the stuff that you've collected, unlike where the Toys for Tots, we didn't get to experience that. And so a lot of work goes into this. Deshay was yesterday, some nonprofits here in town have donated all sorts of money. I think, $1,000 here, $2,000. Melinda was telling me Johnny Hobbs out in the Donaldson area, they do an event. I think they donated $3,000 and that money goes to buying gift cards. Something that was really touching to me. I was sworn in September for a new term. I was over here on a Thursday swearing in, and a dear friend of mine, the judge that swore me in, passed away 24 hours later in his sleep, and Phil Smith. And so I was driving down the road 2 or 3 weeks ago, and his widow called and said, Darren, Judge Smith had some money left over in his campaign account, and he would want me to ask you what to do with it. And I said, well, let's send it to the Last Minute Toy Store. So they sent the money. There are things all year round that happen where people give their time and their money to build up to what is going to be a pretty sensational event. There's, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5,000 to 6,000 kids are about to get a Christmas probably like no other for them, because these are top-notch toys and gifts, and you've seen it. It's a quality program. And so, well, I don't know if it's ever happened before, but I was told yesterday to kind of shut up about it because we're sold out. So that's a good thing to have. I think we have some ways where there's some additional things coming in, but the families have all registered. They're going to shop from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We've never done a Monday shopping before. A lot of volunteer work. If you can volunteer, I hope you'll do that. If you've never done it, I promise you it's different than volunteering at other events when you see a mom turn the corner and start just the emotions of getting to see what she's going to pick up for her kids. So cross your fingers. The weather is always tricky, but we'll be busy from the 16th through the 19th on out at Mike's shop doing some volunteer work and helping families. So I hope you'll find time to participate if you can. You know, and some of our own people that are working here are in need, and we're working to help them out as well. It's no secret. It's tough times around, you know, when you get to the seasons and you don't have what you want for your family. So really proud of what's going on with that. But you can still volunteer if you like. And if you have anybody, I say this everywhere we go. If someone pulls you over and says, hey, give this toy, I've had that happen. You know, they know the sheriff's office is doing it. Just get anything, or if anyone asks, get the toys to Mike and Mike's shop anyway, and we'll get them distributed as we need them. So it's busy. We got that all next week. We also have in this building kind of our Christmas event. I think on the 13th. Is that right? 13th. So we're going to do an event here. Also have other tour groups. We had Austin, Texas here all last week. I think we have Birmingham, Alabama coming this week. And watch what you're good at. They'll ask you to do it again. So all of your work is being noticed all over the country, and people either call, come, ask, or talk about how to do some of the things that you're doing every day. And it makes me very proud to be a part of it. And I hope you feel that way. What else we've got? Anybody? Chief Ford? Anybody? No good. Chief Wilkes?
Although unfortunate, Grandbeast Earl, the father passed away several days ago. Just keep on those thoughts.
Yeah, Grandbeast Earl's father passed, and appreciate you saying that. And by the way, our Employee of the Month son was sick today as well, so we'll catch her up next month, Miss Appleton, next month. But a lot going on. Miss Crutchfield and I were just talking about, 2 years ago right now where we all were in the first winter of COVID, and going through whether we're even going to have any event, your own family events we're canceling, I'm sure, and all the stuff that's gone on. So just cross your fingers that hopefully the worst of that's behind us. But the flu is ravaging through most families, and I think our floors had it for a week. So we're all kind of getting through that. But you need to be careful and obviously aware of what all is going on. Anything else, Chief Wilkes? Everybody else good? Anybody? Now, here's what I'd like to do. Everybody that's honored, and we've got a whole row of folks that have done some things in our guests. Let's let them go first. We've got food out in the hallways, food, fellowship. Let's have a great rest of your day. Congratulations to all winners.